Hi there. Today we are going to get started with our fifth assignment in our elementary Google Classroom pilot program. The last time we worked together, we used a Google document and Google Classroom to create a collaborative assignment for our students. And so what that meant was we gave all of our students access to the same Google document. They all had editing access to the same Google document, so there was a space for them to collaborate and work together all in one space. Today's assignment is similar, but the difference is that instead of all of our students interacting on one Google Doc, this time we are going to use Google Doc and Google Classroom to create a template situation so that you make a template, a digital worksheet, if you will, and then what Google Classroom will do is distribute copies of this document to each of your students individually. So I will show you how to do this by creating an assignment for you guys, and then the second part of the assignment is for you to try it with your students. So to create a new post on my Google Classroom stream, I'm going to click this plus sign down in the bottom right corner, and I'm going to choose Create Assignment. So the first part of this assignment is to learn about what a HyperDoc is. And a HyperDoc is sort of the next level of using a Google Doc as a space for your students to learn and explore. And as you go through this HyperDoc activity, it will take you through all the steps to create a HyperDoc, and it will explain all of the things that a HyperDoc can do for your kids. To set this up, I am going to create that assignment like I always would, and I'm going to click Attach from Google Drive, and I'm going to choose my HyperDoc Google Doc, and I'm going to add it. And one thing I'm going to do differently this time, because remember, I don't want all of my students editing the same doc. This time I want Google Classroom to make a copy for each student. So when a student opens up this document, it's almost like an automatic copy machine. You make one copy, Google Classroom distributes a different document to each student. That way, when Tommy opens up his document, he's editing his. When Sally opens up her document, she's editing hers. So that's the only difference, okay? So you have to pay attention to those permissions. So I'm making a copy for each student. Let's give this a due date, February 7th. So what you are going to do is, as a student, you are going to click on the HyperDoc. You're going to go through you're going to go through that document to learn about what a HyperDoc is. And then if you can submit it back to me. So as a student, you are in charge of the HyperDoc assignment. And then as a teacher, the second part of this is to do something similar with your students. Create a Google Doc template for your students. So this can be anything from a digital worksheet using Google Docs, or you can make it an interactive HyperDoc where students are watching videos and answering questions, going to outside links, they're writing, they are discussing whatever sort of assignment or task you want to give your students. Then use Google Classroom to distribute a copy to each of your students by creating the assignment, adding the document from Google Drive, and then making sure to choose this Make a Copy for Each Student permissions. And then when you're done, click Assign. I'm going to go ahead and save this as a draft because I want to add this video that I'm making right now. As a quick reminder, to create a Google Doc, you can use one that you already have for your students for this activity, or if you want to create a brand new one, go to New Google Docs and create that activity first before hopping into Google Classroom to share it with your students. Alright, that's all for assignment 5. Next time we'll move on to giving digital feedback and grading using Google Classroom. Thanks!